basically understanding what PubSub basically stands for. PubSub is basically short for publisher slash subscriber, and it's a communication model that decouples the sender of a message, which is the publisher, from the receiver, which is the subscriber. First, we have the publisher. So publisher is the entity that generates and sends messages. This would be anything from a weather app sending out temperature updates to a notification system sending alerts about new comments or like. To the key components and terminologies that you will come across when working with this model. One of the most common use cases is social media notification. So apps like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, they basically use PubSub to notify users the moment someone like, hey there, welcome to Prep10 YouTube channel. I am Sahib Kumar, and if you are new here, Prep10 is your one-stop channel for learning, growth, and practical tips, especially when it comes to software engineering, backend development, and everything that you need to kickstart your tech career. Whether you are a college student, fresher, or someone just looking to sharpen your tech skills, you are in the right place. Today, we are diving into a concept that powers some of the most popular apps that you use every day. Ever wondered how Instagram updates your feed in real time, or how Netflix knows exactly when to show you a new movie recommendation? The magic behind this things is basically something called as PubSub pattern, and it's a game changer for backend systems. Now, why should you care about PubSub? Basically, if you are looking to build a scalable real-time application or just want to understand how the tech you use actually works, this video is going to give you some valuable insights. Before we jump into the detail, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Trust me, you don't want to miss out the valuable content that we have planned for you. Also, if you are looking for more resources, job opportunities, internships, or just want to connect with other developers, join our Prep10 Telegram community. It's a great place to stay updated and grow your network. So let me just bring my deck, and then we will continue diving deeper into magic behind PubSub and how it is powering everything from social media notification to real-time gaming. Alright, so let's start by basically understanding what PubSub basically stands for. PubSub is basically short for publisher slash subscriber, and it's a communication model that decouples the sender of a message, which is the publisher, from the receiver, which is the subscriber. Think about the notifications that you get on your phone, whether it's a social media update or a push notification from an app. Chances are that it is still being powered by a PubSub system. This pattern is used in many real-time applications, and including like say social media platforms like Instagram and Twitter, where users need to receive updates in real time without refreshing their screen. One of the key advantage of PubSub is that it decouples publishers and subscribers. So what does that mean? Essentially, the publisher does not need to know who the subscribers are, and the subscribers don't need to know where the messages are coming from. This decoupling allows for a more flexible and scalable system. As your application grows, you can easily add more publisher or subscriber without disturbing the existing system. Okay, let's visualize this same scenario with a more example. So imagine that a network where a publisher sends a message. That message will go through a broker which will handle all the distribution of that message to the appropriate subscriber. This structure allows for efficient real-time updates, which is why PubSub is so popular in modern application. Okay, now that we have got a basic understanding of what PubSub is, let's move on to a simple example that will make you this concept even more clear. Okay, so to make this concept even easier to understand, let's break it down with a real world analogy that you can actually relate to. So imagine that you are up at a party and there is a DJ. So the DJ is in charge of making announcement over the speaker, things like when the pizza is ready or when it's time to cut the cake. But not everyone at the party is interested in every single announcement, right? So in this scenario, the DJ is basically the publisher, the guests are the subscribers, and the announcement are the basically messages that are being delivered. So the DJ does not need to go around and tell each guest individually that the pizza is ready. Instead, they just make one announcement over the speaker, and the guests who care about the pizza will listen and react. Similarly, when it's time for the cake, only those who are excited about the cake will just come in. So how does this relate to PubSub? So basically in a PubSub system, the publisher sends out message to a topic, let's say in a case pizza or a cake, and the subscriber only receive the messages they care about. So the beauty of the system is that it's scalable. As more guests, so let's say subscribers, join the party, the DJ does not need to change anything. They will just keep making announcement and whoever is interested will listen. This example will help you basically simplify the idea of PubSub. So there is one central entity, the DJ, who is broadcasting to many listeners, basically the guest, with each listener deciding to what relevant to them. And with this in mind, let's dive deeper into how PubSub works in technical terms and its key components. So now that we have seen how PubSub works in a party setting, let's take a closer look at the core components of PubSub pattern in more technical terms. First, we have the publisher. So publisher is the entity that generates and sends messages. This could be anything from a weather app sending out temperature updates to a notification system sending alerts about new comments or like. Next, we have the subscriber. So subscriber is the entity that receives and processes these messages. For example, your phone might subscribe to weather updates, and each time the publisher sends a new temperature, your phone receives it instantly. Finally, there is the broker. So this is a middleman basically that manages message delivery between publisher and subscriber. So broker ensures that messages get routed to the subscribers correctly who are interested in them. So think of it like the DJ speaker. So DJ does not need to walk around and whisper in everyone's ear. Instead, they will just use the speaker to broadcast to the entire party, and the broker is like those speakers distributing the message efficiently to the right audience. So the key point here is that decoupling makes PubSub so powerful, and the publisher and subscriber don't need to know about each other. They only need to know about the broker and the topic that they care about. This design allows for easy scaling, and as you can add more publisher or subscriber without disrupting the flow of message. Now that we have covered the core concepts, let's dive deeper into various components and terminologies that you will encounter when working with PubSub. Okay, now that we have covered the basics of how PubSub pattern works, let's dive into the key components and terminologies that you will come across when working with this model. So first of all, we have the publisher. We have already discussed about this. So publisher is basically responsible for sending message to specific topics. And then we have let's say subscribers. So subscriber is basically listening for messages on specific topics. So these subscribers are typically services, devices, or users who are interested in certain type of information. So third, we have broker. So broker is the middleman that manages or route the delivery of messages between publishers and subscribers. So it basically ensures that message get to the right subscriber. Then we have, let's say, topics. So topics are categories or channels where messages are sent. So when a publisher basically sends a message, it assigns it a specific topic such as weather update or news alerts. So subscriber only subscribe to the topics that they care about, which means that they only receive relevant messages. This helps avoid information overload and ensures that each subscriber only gets the update that they need. Finally, we have the message itself. So this message is the actual data or event being sent from the publisher to the subscriber. This could be anything from a notification about a new blog post to an update about stock price. So in our DJ example, the message is the announcement being made, whether it's about pizza or cake. By understanding these key components, publisher, subscriber, broker, topic, and message, you can actually see how PubSub model creates a flexible and scalable system for handling real-time data with that foundation in place. Let's move on to some real world use cases where PubSub is making a big impact. Okay, so we have already covered the components, right? So let's talk about where you will see this pattern in action in the real world. So PubSub is basically used in a wide variety of applications, especially those who basically require real-time data updates and notification. One of the most common use cases is social media notification. So apps like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, they basically use PubSub to notify users the moment someone likes their post, leaves a comment, or sends a message. This notification system acts as the publisher, and every user's phone or app basically act as a subscriber, receiving only the updates that are relevant to them. So every time you get a new notification on your phone, PubSub is working behind the scenes. Another great example can be real-time news alert. So news apps and website basically use PubSub to push breaking news updates to their user. Let's say a major event happens, or news organization want to notify their users immediately. So the news system publishes an alert, and all users subscribe to the breaking news gets the update on real time on their device. This ensures that the critical information reaches people as soon as it happens. PubSub also plays a major role in multiplayer gaming updates. In online games, it is essential that all players are kept in sync with the game's current state. For example, if one player make a move in a game, that update needs to be sent to all other players instantly. So PubSub is used to broadcast these messages in real time, ensuring that everyone has the same experience in the game. This is especially important in fast-paced games where delays could ruin the experience. These are just a few examples of how PubSub is used in real-world example, from social media to gaming to news alerts. PubSub basically helps keep user informed and engaged by delivering real-time updates in scalable and efficient way. Now that you have seen some real-world use cases, let's explore the benefits that make PubSub the go-to choice for so many applications. Now that we have seen where PubSub is used, let's talk about why it is so popular. There are three main benefits that make PubSub a powerful tool for handling real-time data, basically scalability, flexibility, and real-time updates. So first, let's discuss scalability. One of the big advantage of PubSub is that it can handle a large number of publishers and subscribers without breaking a sweat. So whether you have just a few users or million, PubSub can basically scale to meet the demands of your system. This is especially important for applications with lot of users like social media platforms or online games where thousands or even millions of messages are being sent every second. Next, we have flexibility. The PubSub model decouples publisher from subscriber, which means that neither needs to know about the other. So publisher just send message to the topic and subscriber receive only the messages they are interested in. This decoupling makes the system highly flexible, allowing you to add more publisher or subscriber without any disruption. For example, if your app gains a lot of new users, you can easily scale up the number of subscribers without needing to change anything on the publisher side. And finally, let's talk about real-time updates. So PubSub is perfect for delivering updates instantly, whether it's a notification about a new like on your Instagram photo or an update about stock price. PubSub basically ensures that subscriber get the latest information without delay. And this is why PubSub is used in an application where real-time data is critical, like financial trading platforms, weather apps, and live stream services. So in summary, basically PubSub is scalable, flexible, and delivers real-time updates, and making it an essential pattern for modern application that needs to handle large-scale real-time communication. In the next slide, we will look at some most popular system that use PubSub pattern to manage messaging at scale. Now that you have understand the core benefits of PubSub, let's take a look at some of the most popular system that implement the PubSub pattern. This system handle the heavy lifting of managing real-time messaging at scale, and they have become essential tools for developers working on modern applications. First up is Apache Kafka. Kafka is known for its ability to handle high throughput messaging, making it a powerful choice for large scale systems. It's widely used in industries where massive amount of data needs to be processed continuously, like financial service, telecommunication, and even social media platforms. So Kafka's strength lies in its ability to handle millions of messages per second, making it ideal for application that needs to process real-time data streams. For example, LinkedIn uses Kafka to basically manage its real-time activity stream, ensuring that all updates are delivered instantly to the users. Next, we have Google Cloud PubSub. So this is a fully managed messaging service that automatically scales based on your system demand. So one of the key advantage of Google Cloud PubSub is that it take care of the infrastructure for you. You don't need to worry about managing server or scaling up as your user base basically grows. So Google Cloud PubSub is used by companies that need a reliable, scalable messaging system but don't want the overhead of managing it themselves. It often is used in cloud native applications where developer need to process real time data across multiple services. Finally, there is RabbitMQ, so also famous as RMQ. So RabbitMQ is basically a lightweight, easy to use messaging broker that's perfect for smaller systems or when you need straightforward message routing. So while it does not handle the same skill as Kafka or Google Cloud PubSub, so RMQ is basically widely used in applications where easy to use of simplicity are basically key priorities, and it's great for systems with moderate messaging needs like small e-commerce platforms or internal business applications. So RMQ also supports several messaging protocols, and it makes it a versatile choice for different type of application. Each of these systems has its own strength, and the right choice depends on the project specific requirement. So if you need to handle massive amount of data in real time, Apache Kafka might be the best option. If you prefer a managed service that automatically scales and you are working in the cloud, Google Cloud PubSub could be a great fit. Or if you need something lightweight and easy to implement, RMQ might be the way to go. Before we wrap up, let's quickly summarize the key points that we have covered about the PubSub pattern. This will help you reinforce the concept that we have discussed today, and it will ensure that you have a clear understanding of how PubSub works. So first we talk about how PubSub decouples publisher and subscriber. This is one of the most important aspect of the pattern, and the publisher sends a message to a topic and the subscriber basically receives only the messages they are interested in. This decoupling basically allows for a scalable and flexible system where publishers and subscriber don't need to know anything about each other. We also explored how PubSub is used in real-time systems like social media platforms and news apps and gaming services. These systems rely on PubSub to deliver instant updates to the user, ensuring that they always are in the loop without having to refresh their screens. Whether it's a notification about a new like on Instagram or a real-time stock price update, PubSub basically ensures that information is delivered efficiently. The key component of PubSub are basically publisher, subscriber, broker, topic, and message. And understanding these components are basically crucial to implement PubSub effectively. The publisher generates the message and the subscriber listens for message. The broker basically manages the message delivery, and topic basically categorizes the message, and the message itself is the data that is being sent. So we also looked at some of the most popular PubSub system, including Apache Kafka, Google Cloud PubSub, and RabbitMQ. Each of these system has its own strength, and the right one for your project depend on the specific need, whether that's handling high throughput messaging with Kafka, or using a managed service Google Cloud PubSub, or opting for a lightweight solution like RMQ. Thank you so much for sticking with me until the end of this video. I hope now you have a solid understanding of the PubSub pattern and how it powers the real-time notification and updates. We covered basically the basics of what PubSub is and how it works, and look at some real-world example. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and it really helps our channel grow and reach more people who are interested in backend engineering and software development. And if you haven't, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss any of our next videos. Also, if you are looking for more resources, job opportunities, or internships, make sure to join our Prep10 Telegram community. It's a great place to stay updated and connect with fellow learners. We have got more videos coming soon, and especially focused on backend engineering. So stay tuned, and thanks again for watching, and I will see you in some other video.